In this video, you will learn how to fetch records from Python. How will you fetch records in MySQL using select statement? So using Python MySQL connectivity, we will first import mysql.connector, then establish the connection, then execute the query using select statement. So declare the cursor object and execute select statement. After this, you need to fetch the records. So once you execute select, a particular number of records is returned from MySQL. But that is not enough. You cannot equate the select statement to any variable. So you need to use any one of the fetch method and get the records from MySQL. So say for example, select star from employee where department equal to sales. So what will happen? All the employee records who are working in sales department will be searched. Say we have 20 employees, right? The 20 employees will be returned, but we will not be able to print it on the screen. So what should you do? You should fetch the record and then print it. How will you fetch the record? There are 20 records. So first, if you want a sample of only one record for any purpose, you just want to open a single record and print it on the screen, you can simply say some variable v equal to cursor.fetch1, which will fetch the first record that is returned from MySQL, and that record you can print it on the screen. Suppose you want to fetch the first 5 records returned from MySQL, then you have to assign a variable v equal to cursor.fetchmany of 5. This n stands for the number of records which you need to fetch. Or if you don't want any particular number of records, you want all the records, all the 20 people who are working in sales department, then give variable v equal to cursor.fetchall, which will return all the records. Now, the set of records that is returned from MySQL is in the form of the data type is a list of tuples. So overall it will be in a list, and every record inside will be in the form of a tuple. Every record will be given inside the list in the form of a tuple. Every tuple will represent one record. Suppose there is only one employee in sales department, then that one record will be fetched as a single tuple. Okay, this list of tuples that is fetched from the table is called as the record set or result set. You may be asked sometimes using the terms record set, you should know what the term means. After that, you have 20 records. So using a for loop, you need to print the records one by one. And remember, when you write a program only to select records or fetch records, please don't use commit statement, because you are not changing any data in the database. So there is no need to save the changes. Don't use commit for select statement. When will you use commit? Commit should be used when you write programs to insert, delete, alter, create, update and all that. Any changes made in the database, you should commit. If you are simply using select, don't give commit. So let us write a small program to fetch records. Okay. Look at this program. I've connected MySQL, declared the cursor object, and the query is to select employee from the employee table where department equal to quality, right? And I will execute this. After execution, I am going to fetch only one record. So let me first show you how this fetch one works. Okay. I'm not giving commit because I'm just selecting the records. See, there is one employee who's selected in quality department. Actually, there are more such employees. So I will give fetch many of 3. And look at this, it is in the form of a tuple because it is only a single record which is fetched. Now I will print this and show you what the format is. See, it is a list of tuples. Look at this, a big list which contains a tuple inside for every record. So employee 101, employee 105 and another employee, some other employee. So this is how it works, right? Now let me give some other option where gender equal to female. Now we'll run this program and see how it works. See, there are 3 records of female employees. It is a list of tuples. This is the format of the result set. Now, I don't know how many records are fetched. So I will simply give fetch all and remove the number of records here. And inside this, I'm going to use for every element inside the record, this one, I'm going to print the element one by one. See, there are 6 such records which are being printed. Now, in this, suppose the question says, print the names of all the female employees. Then you need to give the name. Let me check the field name. It is emp name. So what will you give here? Select emp name from employee. See, suppose you don't want like this in the form of a tuple, just print the names, then you need to print ELE of 0. In case you are asked a question like this, print the names and the name and the designation of all female employees. Then in that case, you should give emp name comma desig. Desig is the field name. See, and here ELE of 0 and ELE of 1. Why? Because emp name will be in the first element and desig will be the second element. So index number 1. In this case, the name of the female employee and their designation will get printed. So hope you understood how to use fetch one, fetch many and fetch all.